Gamers, we're back, and I'm hit by a god ray right now. Like, I don't know if this means I'm about to be taken up to heaven or struck by lightning. It's 15 degrees Celsius here in sunny, and I don't get to say that all that often in the winter, sunny British Columbia. Ah! It's brownie in motion type business. I feel a lot of pressure to like really bring the heat, given that I've got this incredible lighting from an unbelievably beautiful February day that I'm staying inside and playing Isaac, but honestly, I like it this way, at least right now. I think I'm gonna re-roll this. I've made a huge mistake. Lock in. This is obviously a secret room. That was the worst place to put that. I thought I was gonna be slick with it and I was gonna put the bomb there and get all the kills and the secret room. Okay. Chill, bro. Lock in. You're on 1.5 hearts. No, you're on 2 hearts again. Chill, chill, chill! Oh my god, it hit none of them? Are you trolling me? Please, please, please. Oh my god. This is a disaster, man. I mean, everything's fine as long as I stay patient and don't take another hit of damage, but I'm a little embarrassed, man, because like you'd think, given the amount of resources we've had access to early on here, you think we'd be at least having a little bit of money in the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? Find me in the gray Cadillac. You know what I'm talking about? T-Pain, yeah, okay, guy, a streamer who mostly knows T-Pain from his Tiny Desk concert. Yes, okay. But to be fair, I wasn't listening to T-Pain when he was at the height of his popularity. I was in college and I was a snob. I was listening to, like, real estate. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about houses and stuff like that. I'm talking about beachcomber type stuff. You wouldn't get it, man. My dreams are your nightmares. How about a heart? How about I'm very scared to take this. A heart here would be so awesome if we could just get 1 bomb, man. This floor, I mean, I really believe on this floor, it's like a block of marble, and if you sculpted it right, you could be looking at Michelangelo's David right now. But we have sculpted very, very wrong. Sculpted it very, very wrong. Key is essentially meaningless here. Explosive diarrhea. Perks. This is gonna sound a little backwards, bro. I think, believe it or not, I think we need to take the Eternal Heart, so if we face a hard boss, we have a better chance to survive. I'm very, very not pleased about this. And I'd really, I mean, an Eternal Heart is an HP upgrade. In hindsight, I really should have saved the bomb that I got from beating that room, not used it to get the secret room, and instead blown this up and probably gotten a bomb and a key out of that. How do I know this boss is called Blighted Ovum? That information, I would have thought that didn't exist in my brain, but this is a pretty easy one. Anyway, how are things going? Things are going well. I don't have anything else for you on the media maxing arc, I'm afraid. I did do a Peloton ride this morning. I did watch stuff, but it's like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about 1 episode of The Pit. Look betwixt the rooms, okay. I'm just not sure that that's going to be productive for anybody. But it was good, and there was some cyclist representation. I don't know what this does, by the way, so I'm looking to see if maybe it's giving us some access to the intra-room spaces or something. Oh my god, oh my god. Gulp? Gulp is okay, I think. We should just go down to the next floor. Blue Locket, is that what it's called? Yeah, I finally got to the episode where the cyclist has a bruise, and then when they try to debride this, or is it debride? Debride the skin on the bruise. Well, let's just put it this way. Fella springs a little bit of a leak. And then it was actually heartbreaking because I was coming from like a British TV mindset where I thought that a prestige television show like The Pit had like 6 episodes per season. So I was like, oh my God, I'm almost done with season 1. And then I can tell my friend Apollo, who's always on my back about never taking his media recommendations, I can be like, hey, I've seen 1 season of that show you recommended me, and he would clout me up a little bit. Instead, I asked my chat, how many episodes are there per season? 15 episodes, bro! I haven't made any progress at all. There's people who, they've made it further than me in like the first night that they discovered the show. Because I don't know if you know the binge watchers out there, but they're bringing some media maxing that I find it hard to keep up with, man. Everybody's got a friend who, like, a show comes out on Netflix and they're like, yeah, I finished it last night. And you're like, bro, it came out yesterday morning. Like, I'm sorry that I'm still talking about culinary class wars. Well, this is bad. Season 2, like, a month and a half after it came out, but the episodes are 2 hours long each, bro. Not to mention I have to keep seeing what kind of beautiful dishes they're trying to serve to Judge On Seijay. And then they come in here and they feed him 2 different types of kimbap. What are you doing? You got to excite the palate. You can't just be serving 2 different kinds of kimbap to On Seijay. Are you crazy? Ears down. This is a horrible start so far, and some of it is my own doing. I'm not going to deny that. Some of it is they put out a hit on us, but we have a couple little, like, let's call them second round draft picks in our pocket right now. You can tell I'm on the Canucks tank right now. What are the second round draft picks? First off, we have a key and enough money. Oh my God, what have we done? Wait, this is good. Wait, this is horrible. Yep, there it is. There goes our deal with the devil. That's a first rounder that we just dropped, bro. So you use a key. The key takes you to a blue room thanks to our trinket. The blue room will drop some resources, hopefully good ones, because of the fact that we are fighting more enemies. Okay, it's not that good. Did it save us a key, though? Did we not have to spend a key as a result of that? In here, we really want to see a bomb. Devastating, I'm afraid. That's nice. So I'm going to go a little deeper. No bomb. Are you trolling me, bro? Okay, well then in that case, I'm going to go to the item room first. One of the second round draft picks was going to be a deal with the devil, unfortunately. So that one is now off the table. Oh, jeez Louise. There's got to be, I have to imagine, because otherwise, oh my God. Otherwise, this doesn't make any sense. I have to imagine that these rooms have a great chance / guarantee to just drop amazing quality rewards. Otherwise, we wouldn't be wasting our time, right? You gotta go. You gotta go. This is a mess for a guy like me. I'm not saying I'm handling this the way I should, but that one tiers downgrade is feeling pretty bad right now. No rewards. Wait, but isn't this incredible? Isn't this like the greatest item in the game? Doesn't this mean I can never complain about anything again? In that case, it's not worth it. Send it back. That's kind of my bread and butter. Isn't it funny that bread and butter is like your go-to? But bread and butter is not even a staple anymore. I mean, I feel like the last fella on earth that's eaten bread and butter, man. I mean, if they said, that's my rice and beans, I would be like, that makes sense. That's a staple food. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it has all the essential amino acids in it as well. Bread and butter, just kind of like a tasty food that's nice to have. They should have said, that's my rice and beans. Or, I believe also if you could do potato and butter. I believe baked potato and butter also has all the amino acids, but I know it's been a while. One of the few things I actually did learn in my biology degree, sad to say. I thought we had another thing to do with a bomb. I think we do. But actually, just getting C-section may have saved the run. And honestly, I think that means that the rays of light we saw were us being chosen by the Almighty, so that's good. I'm sure not everybody in my city is experiencing this kind of sunny weather right now. It's unique and localized entirely to me. Fantastic. Yes, we will grab that. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's about it, man. That's what we got going on. And then I just stay silent for the next... I was going to say 40 minutes, but because we have C-section, it might be like a 34-minute long run. We'll see. This is what we wanted to do. I don't have a bomb anymore, man! Anyway, it is a Wednesday. Wednesday's a nice day, man. I mean, if we ever did a Days of the Week tier list, I don't know. That might be too much of a caricature even for myself. Also, way too rife for bad faith attacks. Because I'm realizing now, whenever anybody disagrees with you on anything, you could just say, yeah, well, you're a streamer. And it's not even that it's an invalid argumentation tactic. It's actually that it's so valid that it, like, blows out my ability to respond, because there's simply, it's indefensible. There's nothing you can say to defend against the truth like that. It's like, you ever play rock, paper, scissors against somebody and then they throw dynamite? Like, what is that nonsense, bro? You got sick of me, you know, teching your paper and throwing scissors. All of a sudden, you're making up, like, trump cards to throw out here? Then, so the thing is, so let me give you a little secret. I don't know if you guys know this. This will be really useful for my average viewer, given their demographic, okay? They throw dynamite with the thumb sticking up. You throw water. You throw water and you douse the wick of the dynamite, and then you're good to go. I can tell there's so many people in chat right now that are like, oh my god, he knows. Of course I know, bro. Can I tell you something crazy about Ontario, or at least where I grew up in Canada? Where I grew up, we didn't call it rock, paper, scissors. We called it paper, scissors, rock. We were paper, scissors, rock truthers. And I had that embarrassing moment where, like, you think that the way you've done it your whole life is the way that everybody does it. Encountered some people calling it rock, paper, scissors, and I was like, you guys know you're crazy, right? you guys know you're insane? It's Berenstain Bears, guys. It's not Bear. I think I might have gotten it backwards, but you get the idea. I said this on stream today. My Mandela effect. The Fruit of the Loom, I never really knew that much. I wasn't buying my own underwear back when I would have started the effects of the Mandela effect. So Fruit of the Loom never really factored in for me. But definitely Berenstain Bears was one. I own lots of Berenstain Bears. Oh my god. Lots of Berenstain Bears books because my daughter is 5 years old. These explode when they hit you, I suppose. Ah! Still really good. Even though we got hit there, that's still really good. And that's awesome. That compensates for it bigly. This is a beautiful run, man. And even still, sometimes I have to double check. It is with an A. And I remember, like, as a kid, I feel like I have vivid memories of it being with an E, but that's just pride messing with you. Guys, fellas, just keep shooting. Don't get twisted on this. I lost almost all of my health on that one room. That's so devastating. Not even that hard of a room in most circumstances. See, this is the kind of room that more appeals to my sensibilities right now. The other one, and you're gonna say this is not true, but I swear to you that it is. Or at least I believe it to be true. AKA maybe like my memory had like a lapse and overrode it, but it's a good faith effort to be telling the truth. I'll take a restock, man. I grew up in a schooling system where we spelled it arithmetic with an A, more like arithmetic. And I swear we would write it down. Reading, writing, arithmetic with an A. And then, I don't think it was till I went to like maybe college that I started seeing people write arithmetic with an E. And then, by that time, the gaslighting had already begun. No, bro, we always spelled it that way. Well, none of you at my college went to the high school that I went to. So how would you know, bro? Or the elementary school, at least. Couple folks from the high school ended up coming, but not right away. So I don't know why who cares? But like, but it's the truth. Sorry, I got some cold nasal backflow. I don't think that's what it's called. What's it called? When you get the mucus that works its way backwards in your throat? Balls of steel, huge. It's called gross, I know that for sure. But there's another word for it. You know what? Let's go to the old-fashioned way. What is it called when mucus drips down your throat? Post-nasal drip. Oh, of course, post-nasal drip. They haven't covered that on the pit yet. Sometimes they're talking about secretions, but they're usually not talking about post-nasal drip, I'm afraid. Can I say something? I don't really feel like I should have to apologize for my poor play in Isaac so far. But the play has been so bad so far that I really feel like I should. I feel like so, let's try, man, that's fine. Actually, it could help us when enemies are too close for me to safely shoot at them. I feel like I've taken so much stupid damage, like not dodging enemies, not shooting properly, that I do owe you an apology. I will say I'm not gonna take 9 lives. I could possibly get a battery charge. Let me see what's going on back here. I know we have the battery baby. That'll be 2. I bet we could probably get a charge. Just because I think that, like, the room is probably worth... The pool is probably worth re-rolling from, to. Watch battery. Little charge. It might be what's best for me, but it's not what I need at the exact moment. Okay, well, just one more payout would really hit the spot, bro. Just one more. I thought you were trolling me. Thank you for saving my life. Anyway, I'm not promising we're gonna lock in, because that's ridiculous, but I do think that at the very least, we've had a very, very nice run. They've been very nice to me and given me lots of HP and lots of damage. On a lot of runs that we've had, I don't think I want... That could have been risky. Isn't that Damocles? I don't know. Or blood, you go down to like 0 health when you enter a floor. That could have just killed us, man. We were like 1 pixel away from dying, maybe. That's a scary moment for a guy like me. Anyway, I'm saying I'm lucky that this seed has been blessed this time, because if it weren't for that, we might have found ourselves in a tough spot. But don't get complacent, man. Like, this run could still get kind of tough. Liberty Cap, I think, is all right, but you know what? Give me watch battery for now. The trinkets are kind of defining the run for better or for worse. Trying to think of what we got going on this weekend. I'm actually kind of excited. I do feel like over the last few years, I've gone from having like no social life because our daughter was young and also COVID was kind of, you know, ravaging the planet, I suppose. I've gone from that to having exactly the social life that I want. Which is, again, none of this is meant to paint me in a positive light. It's just being honest. And I know that's what you'd normally say before bragging, but trust me, nothing here is braggadocious. The social life I want is going to someone's house or having them come to my house to hang out once a month, I would say, which is not a lot. It's a very, very small amount for sure. But then also, every morning, when I drop my kid off at school, and every parent probably has this exact same moment, but I kind of feel like the world's most popular person. Because every other parent that I see, which is every other parent doing drop-off, which is almost all the parents I know in my entire life, says hi every single morning. So it literally, I feel like a professional wrestler making their entrance at WrestleMania, and like all the people in the audience are extending their hand out, and I'm high-fiving each and every single one, and then in my head my entrance music is playing, which what is my maybe like That's When I Reach for My Revolver by Mission of Burma or something like that, and I'm just giving out swag and high five nonstop. Swag and high fives nonstop. Brother, I wish I could ungulp this trinket. But what does that have to do with this weekend? Well, I don't know if you know this. I don't know, by the way, when everybody capitulated to the National Football League. Until I get sued, I'm calling it the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I don't care if it is a registered trademark. Bro, I'm doing your marketing for you. I'm not calling it the big game. And I honestly, I find it a little embarrassing how many corporations are like, do you have your snacks for the big game? Bro, we know what the big game is. Like, you ain't slick. We all know it's the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, screw the NFL for maybe being litigious about it to begin with, but you can say it, bro. You can say, no, they ain't coming for you. You know how many people are illegally recording and broadcasting games without the NFL's express permission? I guess they do eventually come for those as well, but long story short, I'm calling it the Super Bowl. And I'm doing it in good faith. I'm not doing it to, you know, rankle anyone, but so we're having Corey over. I gotta try that, man. What is this? Oh, no. This little move is gonna set us back 80 years. We know this one, speed down. I'm never taking a pill in this game ever again. It's that simple. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, one of the best championships to watch as a neutral fan. Let me make my case. The first thing that separates it as a neutral fan is the existence of a concert in the middle of it. Most other sports do not have a concert in the middle of it, or the concert is not quite to the same level as the one that is in the middle of the Super Bowl. Secondarily, most sports, at least in North America, are a series-based sport instead of a winner-takes-all, which is actually, like, I more prefer the series format because it forces a team to be good more than once in order to win. But you don't really, it's a little harder to be like, hey, Corey, you want to come over tonight? It's Game 5 of the World Series. There's a 54% chance that this is the last game of the season. Like, it's, the Super Bowl is like, once you're out, you're out. I guess we're not going to be taking Black Hole, huh? And then also, football can be confusing. I would never say that, oh, we might have a chance here. I would never say that there's not confusing elements of it, but the base mechanics are very easy to understand. The guy grabs the ball, he throws it. If a guy wearing the same shirt catches it, you go, whoa! If a guy wearing a different shirt knocks it away, you go, well, it depends who you're rooting for, but as a neutral fan, you get the idea. It's kind of like a visual tug of war, right? Now, if you start asking me what is and isn't offensive pass interference, I leave that to that one nerd that they have in the booth, right? They always have a nerd in the booth who's like reverse rationalizing the referee's decisions, but I'll cut the refs some slack, man. I think it's a hard thing to do. Seems hard to be a referee in professional sports. Like, there's some stuff that I don't see on replays that the refs pick up, like, at runtime. That's crazy. Guys, this is not a landmark run for me as an Isaac player. I'm a little embarrassed by the amount of hit. If I may, it kind of has a high skill floor on this one, but still, I am a little embarrassed. I really don't want a range upgrade, to be honest with you, but we're still kicking here. Also, there's a culture, the ads, no thank you. And also, I feel blessed that I'm in Canada because our ads will not be like reunions from Zoolander or whatever. Our ads will be like, as the famous tweet says, who knew the good doctor was Tuesdays on CTV? But that being said, I like the food culture as well. Although I'm in the middle of my chicken potato diet right now, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I might be kind of annoying about that. Or annoyed because maybe we get some snacks, but I have to exercise some self-control. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Either way, all I know is Drake May big game, Pat's okay. Drake May big game, Pat's okay. Right, Ice Spice. Is Ice Spice doing she's doing the halftime show this year? Come on, man. No, I watch the Grammys. I keep up on I watch part of the Grammys. I keep up on modern culture. I saw Sabrina Carpenter's performance of Man-Child with the airport set. I was like, that's very audacious. And that's about it. Saturday, I don't know. You want the real talk? I'm probably gonna have to go to the post office. Not that big of a deal. I kind of like going to the post office, but it's not much to talk about. And you're gonna say why? I got some stuff to send, bro. You know how it goes. Probably like everybody else at the post office, most of the people there got to be sending something somewhere. I'm still a big believer in the post office being like the most amazing invention of like 200 years ago that still exists. Maybe forgive me, I don't exactly know when the postal service was invented as a concept. Maybe it existed like 1,000 years ago, but it's so funny, like the inversion that we've gone through as a society in both a positive and a negative way. And you're gonna be like, what do you mean by this, NL? Well, hear me out for a second. Let me freaking finish my sentence, and you'll see. It used to be we could only send things physically, and sending them through some kind of electrical signal or digital signal was seen as witchcraft. And then we got, you know, the telegraph and the telephone, and then eventually through to like the internet and stuff like that. Now, it seems so trivial to send a signal digitally that the concept of sending a signal physically seems as ridiculous as the concept of sending one via electricity must have seemed in like the 18th century. Now we're like, what do you mean for like $1? You can put a piece of paper in an envelope, drop it into a mailbox on the Pacific Ocean coast, and it'll be on the Atlantic Ocean coast in like 4 days. Like, that seems crazy. No, email makes sense, bro. You're just sending ones and zeros through a wire, but we're talking about real physical matter here. Yeah, I'm a post office defender. I don't go that often because, to be honest, most of the other post office defenders, if you'll allow me to be honest without hating me, most of the other post office defenders seem to either be 100 years old and not that efficient at getting through the line or having their stuff like in order before they go to the post office, or alternatively, they wait to go to the post office until they have 90 Amazon boxes that all need to be returned. And as a result, it takes like 3 hours for that one person to get handled in the line. But sometimes you gotta go, and I don't mind it, to be honest. I don't mind it. This is something to do... I have no idea. Doesn't this let us... If I use it here, won't it like open a hole in the wall? And then we're in the walls, so to speak. And it's a crazy room. Bro, how do we kill everything so fast? Is our trail is doing more damage. Maybe we should just never shoot. I don't know what Soul... Oh, Soul of Eden might reroll your whole run, bro. Soul of Isaac is like a birthright or something? I don't know what we're doing. Anyway. I mean, we even, and I swear I'm not messing with you on this one. We have like a box of candy outside of our house for delivery people that says, go ahead and take one. Now, we used to not have a sign, but then some people were taking more than one. Now, I don't know if some people have been taking a lot, which is fine because they're also dropping off packages like for us. I don't know if the sign will stop them, but at least we can stop blaming ourselves, right? At least we're like, wow, we didn't put a sign out there. What do we expect? I found some pills and I ate them. I don't think there's any chance you survive. I reroll again. You're literally trolling me, bro. I'm not gonna reroll my whole run. The run's already zany. It's like as zany as it can get. I'm glad I didn't take lard though. I think the speed down would have been even more harmful than the HP up would have been positive, to be honest. I might be stupid, bro. Also, this run is definitely not gonna be over in 32 minutes. What was I talking about, man? Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? While we're here, go ahead, bro. Send it. It's so much of the negativity that I feel towards this run goes back to that 1 tiers downgrade that we got. If our rate of fire was just like 20% faster, so many of our problems would vanish overnight. Although when we hit ourselves, we would hit ourselves like so much faster and worse. Stop hitting me! Also, maybe I shouldn't have taken Ipecac, but I always take Ipecac. What, like, in a vacuum, one of my favorite items in the entire game, without a doubt. How are you alive, bro? Anyway. Yeah, I like the post office. That's all I gotta say about that. I've even got some stamps, man. I know you're gonna be like, you know, it's kind of antiquated to have stamps, and it definitely is. There was like a 10-year period where I paid my taxes by mail. And not like, I wasn't alive back when like the Pony Express was running. This was like 2015 to 2000, well, maybe not 10 years, but like 2015 to like 2022 maybe. And the reason I used the check and a stamp and an envelope is because there was a snafu, let's put it that way, where I was paying my taxes online. And then I got a very scary letter in the mail that was like, hey, you owe us this much money. And it was the exact amount of money that I had paid for my taxes online. Oh, I didn't mean to buy it. Oh, I didn't mean to buy it twice, bro. So after I got the heart rate down and could analyze the content of the letter a little bit more like with a sober mindset, I was like, wait a minute, this number exactly matches the amount I was supposed to pay that I paid online. So then I called in, and when I talked to them on the phone, they were like, oh yeah, that was earmarked for a different bucket. Like there was a tax owing versus tax owed versus interim tax. Like there's like 17 different accounts you can pay your taxes into via online banking up here. So from that point onwards, just to avoid any sort of ambiguity, I sent in a letter, well not a letter, but an envelope and a check, and on the check I wrote, this is the bucket that I wanted in. And wouldn't you know it, over that entire time we had no snafu. But then eventually I was like, probably one day I ran out of stamps and I was like, well, it's gotta be sent in anyway. So we went back to the online, but help. How did you not die from one shot from Ipecac? I don't buy it, I don't buy it. You're killing me. I mean, I guess that's what they're trying to do, but I can't kill this thing, bro! Like, the trail can kill you, but I actually need to land a shot on you. I just think it's incredible that, like... Well, first off, can I say something? It used to... Take it from someone who was alive in, like, 1997. Receiving an email used to be fun. And it's not fun anymore. Because now anytime you buy a shirt, they're like, what's your email address? And you're like, what, am I gonna get some money off? And they're like, no. But every single day for the rest of your life, we're gonna send you an email to be like, hey, Tommy Bahama's got linen pants on sale. Now it's like, I mean, it's literally every day, bro. Chill on the Tommy Bahama, man. I just needed to get a pair of pants when I was in Hawaii. All you had were linen pants. If you had denim, I would have gotten the denim. I'm not even sure I'm a linen pants sort of guy. I mean, they're very breathable, don't get me wrong. But now, receiving a letter is kind of awesome. As long as it's like a letter from a person and not like, you know, an organization. Give me that. Or the worst, a person on behalf of an organization. Pick a lane, buddy. I'm trying to get a little more analog, man. I'm trying to be the type of beast that sends a thank you card. One thing's for certain, we will not be sending our moms e-cards for their birthday this year. That's not gonna happen. No more emails with a link that says someone sent you an e-card. Now, will our moms be sending us e-cards? Maybe. But you can't blame them. At least in my case, you can't blame... By the way, my mom gets me physical cards. They're literally behind me on the shelf right now. But you can't blame them because we were early adopters on the internet, and then they were late adopters on the internet. And now they're like, I'm finally hip to this internet thing. I bet you'd love an e-card. Help. The meta is changing too fast on greeting cards for moms to keep up. I'm not shilling for the greeting card industry, but it's... Hang on. I can't kill you. There's no way, no world in which I can kill you. You're shooting out enemies too fast for me to have any chance to hit you. I have a really good point here to make about Hallmark, if you will. Okay, well now we chill. Because I literally... there's nothing to do. Like, I can't kill you because you're shooting out enemies too fast in front of my face. Obviously, this is devastating. Just give me a second here. We're still alive somehow. What I was gonna say, is there any company more maligned for stupid reasons out there than Hallmark? Hallmark is like, if you go by millennial manic pixie dream girl type movies, they're like the most hated company in North America. Why? Because people buy greeting cards for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't, like, of all the companies in the world to hold a grudge, people will really be like, yeah, I guess surveillance companies that are rolling up all of our personal data into an algorithm to sell us stuff, or alternatively to give all of our information to like policing organizations. I would say anybody like manufacturing missiles or something like that. And then also on top of that, that company that sells greeting cards. I'm not saying you got to put the card in the envelope, bro. You can do whatever you want. Plus, we're really rocking more with like papyrus up here. But I don't think it's that serious, man. I guess I'm saying just put the card in the envelope. Guys, I'm realizing, by the way, and I'm always the last to know, I guess, I'm realizing this run actually kind of sucks, and we've been killed. It is what it is, but we start running it back again. I'm happy to be here. Oh no, we lost our streak. Whatever, nephew. I'm 37 years old. It does hurt, though. I'm going to go cry. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. Later!